Herzog. Yeah, Herzog.
Herzog? Herzog.
Herzog.
Herzog. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Ready to go?
Yep.
Hello everybody and welcome to round 13 of NPL Victoria from Knight Stadium here in Summer Street. And that was an immaculate 1 minute silence dedicated to the passing of David Savinsky, the shovel. David played his junior career at North Geelong Warriors and then went on to play in the National League with the Melbourne Knights, Carlton and Wollongong Wolves. Savinsky died this week after a long battle with cancer, and the man affectionately known as Shovel will be fondly remembered by the Australian football community, and thoughts are with his family and friends. And tonight in NPL Victoria action, it's his Melbourne Knights come up against the Dandenong Thunder in what shapes to be an excellent game. And it is the Melbourne Knights in their traditional red with white shorts and blue with the checkered socks. And it is Dandenong Thunder in the white with the black shorts. And my name is Chris Gleeson. And it's a pleasure to bring into the commentary tonight from the Croatian Herald, somebody who's done an excellent job with the streams and coverage of NPL Victoria so far this year. Welcome, Josip Herzog.
Chris, thank you very much for having me. It's a lovely night for football. I'm excited for this one. Like you said, tragic passing away from David Savinsky. Like you said, regards out to the family and friends on the loss. And let's hope we can have a great night of football to enjoy while the Savinsky family are in our prayers.
That's perfectly said there, Josip, as we get close to kick-off. I mean, Melbourne Knights kicking to... With the Melbourne Knights kicking towards the Croatia club end, and Dandenong Thunder kicking to the quarry end. Jack Morgan, your man in the middle, gets the game started. As Marjan Switkovic. And the Knights go with an early ball forward. Following the midfield for Sewell. Over the top first time, Jean Albano. And the offside flag up on the far side there by Jordan English. The other assistant on the near side is Ross Clark with Vlatko Trzeski, the fourth official. And gives us a chance just to quickly go through the starting lineups for tonight. For the Melbourne Knights, Hadi Chakarun in goal with a back four of Corey Sewell, Aidan Bryce and Nikola Jokovic, and Luke Jocic. In midfield, it's Joey Franjic, Tomislav Uskok and Marjan Switkovic, with Jan Albano, Attila Offley and Hamish Watson leading the line. On the bench is Jordan Gifkins, Ivan Grigic, Anthony Duzel, Adrian Tardio, and new signing Mohamed Awad coming across from the New Zealand Premier League, where his side was crowned champions. Early touch here for Hadi Chakarun. We're also live and interactive on Facebook too, so you can always message through with your comments. Let us know where you're from. We're enjoying NPL Victoria and what has been an excellent day here in Melbourne. 19 degrees and closer to 14 at kickoff. Now Switkovic with a heavy touch. Ball goes out for another throw. And for Dandenong Thunder, Pierce Clark in goal, a back four of Christian Carvello, Jack Musgrave, Mercer Mehmedi and Nicholas Madafri. In midfield, it's Jake Kusheri and Ionis Georgopoulos. And out wide, it's Mohamed Feezy, Blake Carpenter, Kieran Dover just tucking in behind Brendan Barnes. In fact, as the Thunder go long towards Barnes and Feezy, Sewell, in the end, they get it clear by Jokovic. Real solid challenge then, coming in there from Musgrave. Knights want to take it quick. Referee Jack Morgan pulls it back. Ball out wide. Jocic for the Melbourne Knights. Fires it in low, and Melbourne Knights will get the first corner of the game. So wonderful run there by the fullback. And this is where the Melbourne Knights have been very dangerous for a couple of years. In set pieces, Josip.
Yeah, they have. They've managed to score a couple goals. I mean, Corey Sewell's deliveries this season, it's been a mixture between Anthony Giselle and Corey Sewell, whipping them in, I guess, from preferred sides and whatnot. But it's been fantastic deliveries, and they have a bit of height to search for in the box. I mean, you got Nikola Jutkovic, Tomislav Uskok, Adam Bryce, Hamish Watson. These are all players that will be testing the Dandenong Thunder defence today, and this is their first real opportunity from a set piece.
And it's going to be Corey Sewell, whose delivery was excellent last week. This, again, is right on the money. It's still alive. Who can get there first? Watson with the back heel. Chance for Albano, one-on-one with his defender. Finds it back for Watson. Who can get there? In the end, the Thunder get it clear. In the end, Melbourne Knights go back to Chakarun. All over the top. Albano gets the ball with Madafri's slip. And Joey Franjic. Sewell and Franjic. Dandenong Thunder is sitting quite deep. The run through the middle is by Switkovic, and now it falls for Albano. Can't take it in his stride. In the end, the ball goes back to Pierce Clark. He's had some excellent games, especially away games from the Dandenong Thunder. The first win of the season back in round 2 against Kingston City, who was in excellent form that night. Now Franjic again. Does well to find Jurcic. Now Offley with a bit of skill. And 3 players around him, plays it up the line. Flag might go up against Watson, it doesn't, and in the end the ball was tried to be shielded out. Luckily for Dandenong Thunder, Carvalho's there to clear. Now the Thunder, but Affrey with a very loose pass opens it up for the Knights again. And a slow start from the Thunder. Can the Knights make them pay? Ball played back. Jurkovic turns away from Barnes. Everyone's offside, so now the Thunder can settle. Through Clark.
if push comes to shove for the fight in the top six. The ball comes in, it's flicked on, and the Knights are looking to get it away through Cvitkovic. Finds Albano down on the left. Good pressure by Madafri.
Now the ball goes back. Jorkovic and Uzkok. In the end, it's cleared away there by Uzkok. Can you turn the volume on, just to check? So again, it's Uzkok to drive it. Oh no, they'll be right, don't worry. It's working now. They had the audio. It's all right now because now it's back on. But they had the audio missing on both, and Facebook was down. So we've only just become live, but with the audio. Ball through, Chakaroon. Apologies, we just had a few audio issues, as you probably would have noticed there on the stream. Now we're back live. I want to see the early goal there from Brandon Barnes, who one-on-one through for the keeper, Nicholas Madafri, with an excellent ball that cut the Melbourne Knights defence in half. Brandon Barnes one-on-one, most lethal striker in the league in those situations, and he made no mistake. And my name's Chris Gleeson. Josip Herzog, welcome. Back again.
Thank you, Chris. But as you were saying, yeah, that Dandenong Thunder goal. I mean, the pass from Madafri came straight through the Knights' defence, and when you've got the striker calibre of Brandon Barnes, and he can pick up the ball facing the goal that he's attacking with no pressure on him 25 yards out of goals, he's got a lot of time and space to decide where he's going to put the ball past the goalkeeper, and you can't really blame the goalkeeper for that one. I do blame the midfield. I feel like there wasn't enough press there, and that killer pass has just ripped straight through the Knights, and they find themselves down. This is not a position that they want to be in.
It was a situation where both the centre-backs had Brandon Barnes and obviously Blake Carpenter were the two making excellent runs in the channel. The outside of the foot pass, just excellent from Nicholas Madafri, who's been playing centre-back a bit this year. He's more comfortable in the wide areas. Well, obviously, Omar Amanchi is one of the players missing in this Dandenong Thunder lineup tonight, who's made that full-back position his own, same as him and Carvello. Now Madafri moved to a right back, and Merson Mehmedi, the youngster, is back in the starting lineup. So Blake Carpenter, throw it back in for the Thunder. Giving it up pretty cheaply. Jean Albano. No foul given. Looked like he was clipped from behind. In the end, the Thunder will move it forward. Carpenter. Once again, that early ball looking for Barnes. Chakaroon patrols his area.
They've looked for it a couple times, Thunder. They've managed to strike once from their quick transition balls, but if they can continue maybe diversifying their attack and maybe using wide outlets and maybe trying to play through the Knights, and then with a maybe cheeky flick over the top or something like that, they can mix it up. They might even be able to double their lead before half-time here.
Georgopoulos wins a solid 50-50. Now Carpenter, one of the real youngsters who's come across from South Australia, has made an excellent start to his career, and that ball nearly found its way through. Jurcic. In the end, Bryce were able to clear. Hopefully we'll give it back to Bryce. Just missed Watson with that one. After falling behind, the Melbourne Knights have been a bit sloppy in possession since.
Yeah, they don't want to be giving the ball away too much. Like we said, I mean, we keep repeating it. The midfield battle, that's the key. That's the key element to this game, because both teams can score and both teams are known to concede. As another ball goes up,
Barnes. It's well dealt with in the end by Bryce. Now in the midfield, Dover. Knights get it back. They create a Marjan Cvitkovic. Well, good pressing by the Thunder to force them back. But now Jurcic has a bit of space in front of him and finds Joey Franjic of all players. Joey Franjic tries to cut it back. He may have been able to go for goal himself. He'll get another bite at this. In the end, the Thunder Blumgart just gets it clear.
Yeah, you look at that, just that opportunity there from the Knights' perspective. I mean, that ball comes through in a position where you've got the keeper caught out. And, you know, had it not been Joseph Franjic on the end of that ball and had it been a Hamish Watson, you may have seen, or a Marijan Cvitkovic, you may have seen a cheeky chip over Piers Clark. So that, you know, maybe in terms of attack, in terms of their movement going forward and their rotations, they might just need to make sure that they get the right person on the end of those good, you know, high percentage opportunities, because they're gonna need to convert everything they can create today.
So with Anthony Duzel dropping to the bench, he's in an excellent year so far for the Melbourne Knights, with Uzcok coming into the starting lineup as they've given it up cheaply again. Mohamed Fizi, the youngster for the Thunder, good skill. Tries to find it in. Here's a great chance for Dover to make it two. And what a block that was by Luke Jurcic. And doesn't even allow it to get to the goalkeeper. Once again, possession given up easily from the Knights and nearly made to pay. Yeah, well, Mohamed Faizi, that like you said, the youngster, he had the ball out just outside the D. Instead of taking a shot with his right, he's cut in on his left, and he's completely opened up the Knights' defence. He could have even maybe taken a shot there, maybe cut it back to the right post, but he's played it through, and they got a corner out of it. But they'll be fancying their chances to double their lead before the half time. Dangerous ball in, looking for Musgrave. It's going to fall in the box, and Franjic will just anywhere will do. And the ball will go out for a Thunder throw, so the Knights deal with that. So for those who've had audio issues to start this game, we'll go through the starting lineup shortly, but that's a great throw into midfield looking for Dover. In the end, it's clear. Georgopoulos fighting for it, Kusheri. No foul given. Switkovic cuts across the ball. And well done, Piers Clark to clear. Yeah, great work by Clark there. I mean, he's absolutely read it. Last time he was caught out when Franjic had the chance and he couldn't dink it over him, look for the cutback. But this time as the long ball came through, Pearce was ready for it. Daffrey over the top. Jurkovic. Now Sewell. Running into danger but gets away with it. Franjic can open up the field. That's a great crossfield ball. Just almost skipped away. In fact, it did from Attila Offley. Just couldn't settle his feet there, I guess, as the ball was coming to him. Maybe it was coming with a bit of an odd spin as it bounced off the ground. But Attila Offley, he's been okay for the Knights this season. Maybe not excelled to maybe the extent that he had hoped or maybe Mickey Cholina had hoped. But it hasn't been all negative. There have been positive signs. He's been able to find the net a couple times, even in that cup game that they had against Muralbach. But it's all about just pushing that positivity, you know, so working off your teammates, making sure that, you know, if one's down, all around can come and pick up, not pick up the slack, but sort of pick up the motivation, pick up the driving force of the players, so they can all perform, you know. So Attila Offley, after this game, we'll be at the halfway season mark, so we'll see how he does for the rest of the season. It's a dangerous ball in that Clark's made a great save from. That was Hamish Watson, got the head onto it. Cheeky little header into the back post. It was going low, but Clark was all over that one. Read it. You're looking at this Thunder side. They're not the taller side. It's Melbourne Knights definitely have a height advantage. Corey Sewell's whipped in a couple of delicious delivery so far, and he gets another chance for this corner. Can the Melbourne Knights get themselves back level? Near post, Uzcok over the top. It was a well-worked routine, just didn't flick it as much as he wanted, just got a bit too good of a contact onto it. Yeah, the thing I like about the Knights with their set pieces, not only do they have the height inside the box to attack a long driven ball, but you always look at their attacking corners. There will always be a player on the goalkeeper, and they really, really make it difficult for opposition goalkeepers to come out. So that's why when you have an Anthony Giselle or a Corey Sewell who can whip a ball into the penalty spot very, very efficiently, it works magic for them because they have the height and the power inside the box. They have the capability of driving the ball in to an attacking position, and then they also have the, let's say, football smarts to make it
tough for the opposition goalkeeper, not only to see the ball, but to get to it.
It's definitely been a strong source of goals so far. All over it for a couple of years, the Melbourne Knights. Carpenter's given it up. Now Jurkovic will drive it. Albano, what a turn that was on Madafri. One of the most exciting wingers in the league is Jean Albano. Ball almost given up. Watson, Franjic, now Feezy, and Georgopoulos slices it out wide.
Yeah, it was a fantastic turn there by Albano, but as you saw, as they tried to, continue the move, Joseph Franjic coughed up the ball twice there in the midfield, but you still see the Knights attacking. They have coughed up a throw in there, but nothing too dangerous.
Dandenong Thunder. Well, they took their chance so well in this game. They've definitely had the best two chances with Barnes taking his. Now it's forward. Franjic drives it forward again. Can he find a teammate in the box with a left foot cross? Watson trying to shield his defender away. He's given away the foul.
Yeah, well, that's what I was talking about before, just using his body, you know what I mean? He wasn't even trying to attack that ball. He was trying to use his body to put off the defender and then hopefully have a Cvitkovic or an Albano picking up the loose pieces just as the ball rolls past. So didn't work out this time as the referee saw an infringement there on the Thunder defender, but positive signs from the Knights, who are just going to have to, as they do throw numbers forward, to maybe try and equalise before the break. They're going to have to be careful in the back because you know how good this Thunder side are, especially on transition. More so than not, they will come around and they will score a goal on the counter-attack than they will by creating something in open play.
Here's Albano. Now Sewell. Dangerous ball in again. And the Thunder get it clear. Sewell get another chance. Just a take on Carpenter. He's kept it in. Trying to find a teammate. It's still alive. Who can get there? Cvitkovic drops the shoulder. Couldn't get the shot away. And the Thunder. Great touch there by Feezy. Now Dover. Knights plays around him and goes back to his keeper. And the Thunder get it clear. Now to Barnes. Just couldn't control it. Jurcic. The ball goes out and it will be a Thunder throw.
Oh, it's a great ball. Unfortunately, Hamish Watson was on the wrong side of the last man as the assistant referee puts his flag up for the offside, but it was a nice ball. I believe that was from Attila Offley. Just put Watson through, and had that flag stayed down, I would have bet on Watson to be able to get past Pierce Clark, as Clark was sort of running a bit late there. But hasn't worked out in the host's favour, as Clark takes this dead ball.
Long from him. Saul wins that battle in the air. Georgopoulos, Uzcock just gets it away. It's going to bounce outside the box, but plenty of time for Clark. The first half an hour is almost past. The Melbourne Knights have probably looked at better of the sides like they did last week against Hume City. Once again, this time they find themselves behind. Ball forward.
Well, unfortunately for the Knights last week, they sort of were the better team. They found a lead and then they coughed that up and it was an onslaught from there.
Oh, that's a horrible challenge in midfield. Referees allowed the advantage to be played. It's going to find Dover. Georgopoulos switches it out wide. Carvalho. Kusheri. Good run through the channel by Feezy, and now they can fire it back in low. Franjic dropped into centre-back and was able to get that clear.
I'm very interested to see if the referee, once the ball goes out of play, if the referee's going to come back and book Nikola Jurkovic, who in my eyes I believe should get a yellow card for that at bare minimum, because that was a rash challenge. it looked worse than it was, but just lunging in like that from behind with studs showing, it's never what you want to see.
Yeah, it was a real horrible challenge. Left the grounds, and to be totally honest, that really should be a red card. But the ball goes forward. Albano. Good challenge there by the Thunder to get it clear. Only saving grace there for Jurkovic is he didn't make a real huge contact with that, where Dover got up straight away. And Zulskog cuts across it now.
And here we go.
Jack Morgan will go back to Nikola Jurkovic. You can see how incensed the players were after that challenge. And Jack Morgan, his yellow card. Brandon Barnes is talking about that challenge. It's in the book now. Yellow card to Jurkovic. Going to find himself pretty lucky.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, as soon as he played the advantage, he knew it wouldn't be a red card. I believe maybe a red card would have been a bit much. I mean, just because it didn't look the best, but as you said, the contact wasn't there. Had he lunged in like that and given the contact, a rash contact from behind, maybe the referee would have stopped it. But it was a good opportunity for Dandenong Thunder to continue going forward. So, had he stopped that with the whistle, the Dandenong Thunder players may have started complaining about, why didn't you give us the the advantage? We want to go forward and put this game to bed.
Well, that's what made it a bit strange for the referee, because Dover got up straight away. They had numbers forward.
Yeah.
So the right decision was to play the advantage.
And you like to see that. I mean, especially with the modernisation of football, and you look at the professional leagues, everyone's getting VAR now and stuff like that. And the biggest question people ask is, the flow of the game. It interrupts the flow of the game too much, and you never really want that. So great to see, from where us in NPL Victoria, we're maybe a bit far from getting VAR, but we can only hope and dream.
Well, NPL Victoria was the first to have the actual fourth official board, so a few of the NPL still don't even have that, so we're slightly more advanced than the rest of the country.
But yeah, as I was saying, you want to see the referee let the game go as much as he possibly can by the book. See, there's a handball call. Why? No point. It's not intentional. Let the game play on. You know what I mean? Let the midfield battle continue, and let both teams work for the reward that one team will get at the end of the day, unless we do see a draw.
Sewell always wanted that right foot. Numbers in the box to try to find. Musgrave did well to get it clear. Uzkok trying to lay it off for Franjic. Ball finds Jurcic. Now Offley. Still get the throw to the Melbourne Knights, who find themselves behind as we got kickoff. Now it's Pascoe Vale versus Altona Magic at CB Smith. One of three big NPL Victoria games as we stick with the play for the moment. Uzkok trying to get a corner. In the end, the Thunder get it clear. Feezy's got a battle. It's a couple of Knights players. Bryce will get it clear. Uzkok looking for Offley. Georgopoulos finds Feezy. He's found a bit of space in this game. That's a great little ball over the top. And in the end, Jack Morgan's going to chase after Aidan Bryce and give him a yellow. So both the Knights centre-backs are in the book. So they have had discipline problems so far this year, the Melbourne Knights. Accumulated more yellow cards than any other side.
Yeah, well, we're just clocking in past the first half an hour of the game, and you've already got both of your centre-backs in the book. It just changes the whole complexion of the game, for not only for the players, but for their teammates as well. I mean, it puts more pressure on Luke Jurcic and Corey Sewell, the fullbacks. They can't really now play balls back to their centre-backs and risk anything. I mean, you wouldn't really risk anything regardless, but sometimes players do. But now with the yellow card, it just stays in the back of your mind, and it makes you second-guess your decisions. And just that split second it takes to second-guess, your striker that you're up against could have a half a yard on you, and that's all a player like Brandon Barnes needs.
And it's Aidan Bryce. That's his fifth yellow card of the season too, so that will mean he will miss next week's game against Oakley at home. As the Thunder now move it forward again, it's Brandon Barnes in the channel. Cross early ball, Carpenter couldn't get the right contact. What an opportunity that was, and with his right foot he couldn't direct it goalward. But Brandon Barnes, for the first time, cross found him with ease, and Melbourne Knights get away with another one.
Well, Blake Carpenter, he's had a good start to this match. He's been causing a bit of trouble out wide, playing his role in that midfield as he picks up this ball here. But that opportunity there, as it came to his right foot, had he been able to just control that touch and finish a little bit better, it would have seen a 2-0 Dandy lead, and that's something that maybe they wouldn't have even expected coming into this fixture.
Well, Feezy's had a couple of chances to cross. Ball keeps finding him. Dover lets it run. Barnes lays it off. Here's Carvalho, and he's put it wide. What an opportunity that was for the Thunder. In fact, it must have been a slight touch off Chakarun who made the save because it's gone wide for a corner.
Well, you can't take anything away from Thunder. They've come out. They've been playing their game. Defensively, they've dealt with everything they've needed to deal with so far, everything the Knights have put up against them. But in attack, they're looking dangerous. And with a 1-0 lead, they can afford to put numbers forward and try double this lead.
And so they try to do with this corner. Back post ball. A couple of Thunder heads went up for that one. In the end, it goes out for a goal kick. So, Melbourne Knights take it quickly. Jocic looking for Watson. Ball runs over the top. Switkovic can't get there first. Musgrave does well. And gets the ball clear. Looks like a substitution's going to be made, an early one. It's going to be Attila Offley to come off, and it's going to be the new boy to come on. It's going to be Mohammed Awad, the new signing during the week. So Awad is on.
Well, isn't this a fantastic opportunity for Awad? I mean, he's come on for Attila Offley, who we were speaking about just maybe some 10-15 minutes ago. Mickey Cholina has maybe seen something in terms of their rotations and their mentality going forward that maybe Awad will be a better fit for what they need today. But what an opportunity for Awad, who's got the chance to set his name in stone at the club tonight.
Well, ball forward. Chakarun's got to be careful here. As a well-timed challenge by the goalkeeper, and the ball will go out for a throw. But he took a chance. Chakarun backed himself in, and a great sliding challenge by one of the real gun young goalkeepers in this league. Well,
that's exactly what you want to see from a young goalkeeper. I mean, at 21 years old, he's been able to keep his starting spot over the pressure of Jordan Gifkins this season, and all credit to him. I mean, there have been a few mistakes and a few clumsy goals that have gone through, but I mean, as a 21-year-old goalkeeper, you're going to get that. You're going to get that as a 35-year-old goalkeeper too. So it's...
Well, Carpenter, no, in fact, he's going to give a card for a dive. That's great refereeing by Jack Morgan. There was definitely no contact with that. He waited for the challenge to come towards him and then went down, so Jack Morgan, eagle-eyed as always, and he pulls out the first yellow card to the Thunder tonight.
Just listening into the MC as he was just confirming that substitution. But yeah, as it was, that's poor.
Well, the Knights give it away again. Ball in the midfield. Here's Dover. Looking for Feezy. Trying to cut it back for Barnes. Straight at Chakarun, who makes the save. Straight away wants to start the counter-attack. What can the Knights do? Chance for Mohammed Awad to turn. Gets the foul. Speaking to Mickey Cholina before the game, he is so excited for Mohammed Awad to come into this side. So much so, as you said, he's made that real early substitution because it didn't really look like Attila Offley was struggling with an injury.
Yeah, I didn't really see him struggling in terms of pain or anything like that. Offside.
Brendan Barnes was a good couple of metres offside.
Yeah.
Still got a bit of shooting practice in.
But you just look at that last opportunity that the Thunder had just before this offside. I mean, Mohamed Feezy had the ball on the right-hand side, and he's basically facing a dead end, getting ran out into past the touchline. And the cutback to Barnes was immaculate, absolutely gorgeous. As Aidan Bryce tried to dive at full stretch to get, to get in between to intercept the ball just found Barnes' feet, and that is an opportunity that you don't really expect Brandon Barnes to miss.
Well, in the end, that was a really timely header back to the goalkeeper. Doesn't look like big Hamish Watson, the big Kiwi. Was going to get on the end of that. In the end, he's being a nuisance, Pierce Clark. In the end, he clears it. Dover, back to Barnes. He's got a chance here. Brandon Barnes, sliding challenge. It was perfectly timed by Jurkovic, and he saves the day for the Knights. The ball's cleared away. The Thunder having the better opportunities in this game. Now it's back for Barnes in the box. Brandon Barnes fires over the top. And the Melbourne Knights have, well, I must admit, they've passed the ball really poorly, especially out from defence tonight.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, they have not sort of backed each other, whether it's a lack of communication or whether it's just not working tonight. But in terms of passing and moving the ball around, they've coughed up the ball heaps of times in midfield. And that's what we're talking about. That midfield battle is going to be, and it already has been, vital. That's where the Knights did concede their goal. And in this type of environment, as Tvitkovic goes forward.
Mohamed Awad, first real chance to get in on a goal. He curls it, and it's just over the top. I like the idea.
Yeah, I believe the Knights fans will be happy with that. I mean, you've got a right winger who's coming on for the first time to play for your club. You want to see him shoot. You want to see him bring some type of confidence onto the pitch. I believe he should have at least tested the goalkeeper, at least hit it on target. That's the thing with football. When it goes on target, you never know. But when it's going off target, the chances of it going in are minimal.
It wasn't too far away. It was starting to dip a little bit, so just over the top of the corner of the goal. Mehmeti heads the ball forward looking for Dover. Jurcic back in the midfield. Franjic, great pass, Svitkovic, and here's Mohamed Awad again. He'll get there first. He'll get in the box. Can't cut it back. Cavallo tracked him all the way. Still alive for the Melbourne Knights. Jurcic gets it back in. And in the end, Carpenter has to put it out for a corner. Excellent work. He's been a live wire since coming on.
Yeah, see, that's positive. That's positive from Mohamed Awad. He's got the ball. He couldn't get past that challenge, but once the ball was dead and no one's, he still fought back to get possession of it as he looks to whip this one in. Cuts in. It's with Sewell.
And he's offside. Sewell. It was well done by the Thunder, who were pretty much camped on the goal line. They all pushed out at the same time and allowed Kurugi Sewell to get offside.
Well, we've just ticked over 500 people watching live on YouTube. So thank you very much to all of you guys out there on your couch or on your phone watching, tuning in. And we apologise for the Facebook stream. Hopefully we can sort that out in time for the second half. So you guys can drop us a comment and tell us your thoughts on what you've seen so far and where you think this contest is going.
That's it. At half-time we will try to work on the Facebook stream so everyone can comment through as well. At the end, it's a pleasure to have you on the YouTube stream here on Friday night NPL. In the end, Jurkovic. Back to Chakarun. Young keeper goes right up the middle. Musgrave away. Bryce. Sewell. Albano trying to turn again. Gets the foul against Madafri, who this time would not allow him to turn. Now Uzcock. Gjocic. Wad's in front of him and tries to use him. In the end, it goes out for a Knights throw. Awad. Jurcic, once again, Knights have plenty of numbers in the box. Can't beat Georgopoulos, though. They'll try again with another throw.
It's going to be interesting to see how that right side works with Luke Jurcic and Mohamed Awad playing together. Jurcic is a young fullback who's set himself up in the Knights senior setup this season under Mickey Cholina.
Well, here's a chance for Watson. Just couldn't turn his defender. The Thunder just get it clear. Ooh. In the end, Bryce with a high boot. Ooh. Made no contact whatsoever, as the Thunder player did pull out of that challenge. So,
but you look, had that been maybe a bit more of an experienced Thunder player, if you look for the challenge, Adam Bryce is already on a yellow card. And that's what we were talking about. Changes the complexion of the game. Adam Bryce going in with his foot up like that just before the half time, it's not a smart thing to do. Especially when you're down, you're the centre back, and you're on a yellow card. So it's going to have to be not only good physical presence from the Knights, but they're going to have to stay mentally switched on today till the final minute, because they don't want to see another red card.
Here's Barnes for the Thunder. Kusheri. Carvalho back to Kusheri. Can he find a shooting range? He can. He curls it, and Chakaroon with a fingertip save gets it past the post. Well, it opened up for him. Got good contact and skipped across the turf, but Hadi Chakaroon got down low.
Yeah, well, I mean, you've seen those go in many times in many different tiers of football, but all credit to Harry Chakaroon between the Melbourne Knights sticks. He went low, was ready for it, had his feet balanced, feet set, and he was ready and dived for it. Pushed it out for a corner, but that's as good as it's going to get for the Knights. Now they just need to use their height and strength to defend this attack.
Thunder thump it in low. In they get it clear. Can Switkovic turn forward? He can't. Georgopoulos with a great challenge. Does the Thunder still stay on the attack?
And that's just a smart play in my eyes anyways from Thunder. I mean, they know that they don't have the height advantage in the box, so whip a quick short ball in, driven low, and you see what happens. I mean, this time it didn't fall for them, but during the course of the rest of the match, all they need is one to fall, and needs to fall in the right spot, and they can double this lead.
And Mehmeti gets it clear. You can see on the far side that 2 minutes will go up on the board.
I did just see the statistics. I mean, you have the Dandenong Thunder. They've had 7 shots and 6 on target. So it's been great efficiency in terms of testing Harry Chakaroon. But from their 6 shots on target, they've only been able to convert 1. As it's Hamish Watson here, who's under some tough pressure.
Uzkok. Franjic. Albano.
Knights fans yelling shoot.
Gian Albano decides to take on 2 players himself. Into the box, Franjic. Stumbled and stumbled. Well, the whistle did go to the referee's mouth. He thought about it in the end. Plays the game on. Sewell. Dangerous ball in, and Albano threw a boot at it.
Well, that's the interesting thing. I did hear the challenge. I did hear the clatter of the shin pads. But, like you said, the whistle did go to the mouth, but didn't blow the whistle, so no penalty for the Knights. And the score still remains the same. As you said, Chris, maybe a minute left of stoppage time. The Knights still are in this, but this is not where they want it to be, especially 45 minutes into a home fixture. And I mean, with this being the last fixture of the sort of the first half of the season, you want to really win this fixture. The round 13 is a game where you don't want to lose. You want to have that confidence to go into the second half of the season. So a team you've already played, and like the Knights did against Oakley, they won, and that was sort of the round 1 surprise for everyone. The Knights went to Oakley and they defeated Chris Taylor's side, but you got to sort of question it. If the score stays the same or the Thunder do win eventually tonight, how's the feeling in the dressing room going to be looking forward to Oakley, and will their confidence be up or will it be diminished?
Well, the Dandenong Thunder have been an excellent away side so far this season. 3 wins so far. So 10 of their 12 points have come away from home. Yet to get a win at home, so they got the worst record at home, but the second best away record behind Green Gully, who have played 2 away games more than them. Switkovic, no foul given. Here's a chance for Barnes. Barnes in near half-time. Can Brandon Barnes double it? Chakaroon dived at his feet, and again, Harry Chakaroon keeps Dandenong Thunder away from a second goal.
Well, that's it. I mean, this was Brandon Barnes' 4th opportunity of tonight, and he's only managed to stick 1 past Chakaroon. That was fantastic work from the young goalkeeper. I mean, he stayed on his feet, let the striker decide where he wants to go, and then he was just covered it, had it read. So fantastic work there from Chakaroon. And I mean, it could have been we could be looking back at that opportunity in 45 to 50 minutes time as a massive, as a key moment in this fixture.
So we're really approaching half-time. In fact, Jack Morgan blows the half-time whistle. It's been a flurry of chances to the Dandenong Thunder after the Melbourne Knights probably started the better of the two sides, but Thunder with all the opportunities in this game. Brandon Barnes with an excellent ball through by Nicholas Madafri, found him one-on-one against Chakaroon, and he buried that chance. He's had, as you said, he's had 4 or 5 chances in this half, as well as Kieran Dover and a few others. So in the end, I think Mickey Trellino would be happy that it's only 1-0 and he can reset and try to change things here in the second half, Josip.
Yeah, well, with the addition of Mohamed Awad on the right flank, they're going to be looking to maybe work something new, work something fresh past Dandenong Thunder. But like you said, yeah, Brandon Barnes was able to convert that one opportunity that he had. He's had a couple since then. All credit to Harry Chakaron between the sticks for the Knights. He has conceded a goal, but he has played pretty well. And just recapping those yellow cards for you guys viewing at home, it was a 28th minute yellow card for Nikola Jurkovic, a 30th minute yellow card for Aidan Bryce, and a 35th minute yellow card for Blake Carpenter. As the Knights have 5 total shots compared to Dandenong Thunder 7. The Knights have had 1 shot on target of those 5. Pretty poor in efficiency, as the Thunder have had 6 of their 7
Hello everyone and welcome back for the second half here at Knight Stadium where the away side Dandenong Thunder lead. It was Brandon Barnes with the goal. 1-1 bet Hattie Chuckaroon in goal. And Dandenong Thunder had plenty of other opportunities to get a second goal in this game. Melbourne Knights have looked dangerous from set pieces and almost scrambled a couple of goals themselves. So it sets up a big second half here in NPL Victoria action. And my name is Chris Gleeson, and welcome back to the second half, Josip Herzog.
Thank you, Chris. Pleasure to be here once again. Like you said, the Knights, I mean, they have been dangerous in set pieces, but they have not shown their best form. There was an early substitution there in the 34th minute for the Knights already, where Attila Offley was taken off for new signing Mohammed Awad, who you will see on this right wing, number 16 on his back. But Dandenong Thunder, they're up 1-0, but they should be, in my eyes anyways, they should be up at least two or three. They've had some fantastic opportunities, some great one-on-ones, but Harry Chuckaroon between the sticks for the Knights has been absolutely fantastic. He's stopped Brandon Barnes from scoring twice. He has conceded one, but when it comes to asking questions of the goalkeeper, he's had a fantastic game, probably the best performer in the Knights team in this first half. But the Knights will really need to rest on their veterans, Tomislav Uskok, Marijan Cvitkovic, and their young blood as they get some numbers forward here. But I think that was Attila Offley who couldn't settle his feet as he came up against... No? Yeah, yellow boots, Offley. No, not Offley. Gian Albano, my apologies.
So
Gian Albano, that was.
It's in the void. Ball forward over the top. Clark managed to just keep it in. The linesman and Jacques Morgan were not in a position to pay that. In the end. Thunder, heavy touch out there. Luckily it'll go out for another throw for the Thunder. So much positive start by the Knights.
Yeah, it's been good. It was those yellow boots that caught me off guard.
So Attila Offley did start the game, as you said, substitution for Mohammed Awad, and now the Thunder can drive the ball forward. Here's a chance from range. Carvalho took a deflection, will get a corner. He came close in the first half, did Christian Carvalho. He's also scored 3 goals this season, including a couple of real brilliant free kicks, especially away to Pascoe a couple of weeks ago that got them a point right at the death.
That's something the Knights will be aware of. I mean, they haven't really given away any sort of free kicks in dangerous positions yet in this contest, but neither of the Thunder, so there hasn't really been much opportunity for that, heroic move from an individual. But it was Brandon Barnes in the 9th minute who put the visitors 1-0 up, and it's still that way.
Here's a chance over the top to Dover. In fact, it was Kasheri.
Yeah, Jake Kasheri there. He's come to his right foot on the volley. He's sort of snapped at it, maybe leant back a bit too much. It's skied over the bar. But
it's disappointing with the Melbourne Knights because they're only committing a couple of players inside the box, standing on Thunder. It's basically been 5-on-2, 6-on-2 in the box, and they still managed a couple of times to find a Thunder player. Ball cleared away. Albano looking for a wad. In the end, they get it clear. Madafri up in the air. Dover all on his own. Can't control it. Ball played forward. And it's going to be cleared over the top by Musgrave. Looking for Feezy. In the end, the deflection found its way back to the Knights, and now they go over the top. In the end, just clearing it into the Melbourne Croatia fans was Mercer Mehmeti. Now a wad. Good ball over the top. The flag goes up against Jean Albano.
One thing I've just spotted, I mean, you look at Mohammed Awad, when he was introduced for the final 10 minutes of that first half, he was playing all the way on the right wing, showing a bit of pace, showing a bit of danger. But it seems like Mickey China has decided to use him as a more central, like maybe a false 9 something like that. He's playing more in the midfield now.
Definitely made a few little changes. The ball goes out. Ball to be thrown back in. Looks like Knights did make a half-time substitution. We'll get to that shortly. Ball over the top, looking for Sewell. Headed into midfield. Jocic.
Well, I mean, interesting that you just said that, because I sort of realised that as well, and I was trying to find out who's not on the pitch, but it was Hamish Watson that's actually been substituted off for young Adrian Tardio, number 15.
So Tardio, he's the one with the yellow boots that we got confused with Offley before. Now Mohamed Awad. Can't find a teammate. Barnes will switch it. Carvalho, it'll elude him, and out for a goal kick. So both sides have made a substitution in this game. Hamish Watson, who really struggled to get into the game, I guess, in the first half. Had a couple of little opportunities to scrap a goal home in the first half from set pieces. And Marjan Svitkovic is now leading the line with Jan Albano. Awad.
Yeah, just confirming that. That's 2 substitutions for the Knights and no substitutions yet for the visitors.
So,
but interesting choice to drag Hamish Watson, whether it's maybe due to a niggle or whether it's a tactical change. But a lot of youth in the Knights lineup tonight, especially on the pitch at the moment, with Harry Chakarun, Luke Jurcic, Nikola Jurkovic, Adrian Tardio, all under the age of 21, 22. So some young players in the mix. So it's good to see the Knights trusting their youth in a sense.
And we do look at the bench. It's quite a youthful bench for the Dandenong Thunder as well. You know, Blake Carpenter's still a teenager, same as Mohamed Feezy. So quite a few of the youngsters getting a chance. Jurkovic gets it clear. Mercer Mehmeti also a young Joey as well. Been a Joey. So both sides with plenty of youth on the park, which can only be a good thing for players playing at the highest level in Victoria.
Well, the main thing for young players coming up is game time, but not only game time, competitive game time. You want to see games where they go all the way down to the wire, because that's the way you build your fitness, not only your physical fitness, but your mental fitness as well. One thing a lot of people forget, especially when it comes to NPL levels, there's a lot of mental games that go on as well. You've got to understand that all of these players that we do stream, as we'll just cut here for Standy Thunder opportunity.
Oh, the ball just couldn't find its way to Mohamed Feezy. He'll get there first, but he's forced well back. Can't find Cavallo. And Franjic will try to start a counter-attack. Mohamed Awad gets on the left foot into the channel. Svitkovic can't get there. And Musgrove will clear it. And now we got multi-ball on the pitch. Mohamed Awad continues the run. Going to cut inside. Little reverse ball to Uzcock. And it will be a Knights corner.
It was great work there from Mohamed Awad to not only able to execute the pass, but to even see it and to already have maybe that type of connection with Tomislav Uzcock, who is a leading force in this Knights team. Great to see from Awad. But yeah, just as I was saying there before the Dandy Thunder had their opportunity, you know, a lot of people forget that the mental game is very important here. You have all of these players that we stream on a weekly basis. They all have Monday to Friday, Monday to Saturday jobs.
Awad tries to fire it in. They get it clear.
And then it's training 2-3 times a week, plus game day, plus a lot of work and a lot of commitment comes from these players to be able to play NPL football on a week-to-week basis. And you look at players, I mean, everyone's human, and these are not professional players, they're semi-professional players who are looking to, some are looking to maybe get to that next level, some are looking to see how long they can outlast in NPL. And maybe bring their club forward that they're playing for. But like I said, the one thing that a lot of people forget is the mental game, and that's something that's going to test the Knights tonight. They find themselves 1-0 down. About 10 minutes into the second half.
We just go around the grounds too. Pascoe Vale, what a first half it's been from them so far. 4-0 up against Altona Magic just on half-time. We start with the play. It's Brandon Barnes to drive forward again. Cuts it back. Here's a chance. Deflection. And it's found its way in. And it is a goal for the Dandenong Thunder. They get a second one in this game. And what an excellent finish that was. Took the deflection, took the goalkeeper out of it. So Dandenong Thunder get the goal. So they get the goal, and it's Jake Kusheri who I believe has finished. In fact, it's Christian Carvalho. So Carvalho has made the run into the box, and he's gotten his 4th goal of the season. So Christian Carvalho, there's not many left backs in the competition that can be so excellent in front of goal as Carvalho.
Well, I mean, it was fantastic work from the Thunder. The ball came out the left side for Brandon Barnes, and Brandon Barnes, maybe it was a bit of a tight angle, didn't want to go for the shot, cut it back to Carvalho, and Carvalho, with all the time and space in the, inside the box, had time to make up his mind, decided to shoot with the left. The deflection came, I believe it was maybe off Adam Bryce, and it's found the back of the net. 2-0 for the visitors.
Well, they had plenty of opportunities in the first half to double that lead, and in the end, the deflection took the goalkeeper really out of that. So Dandenong Thunder with a 2-0 lead. As I've said, Pascoe Vale 4-0 up against the Altona Magic, and Dandenong City lead 1-0 against Port Melbourne on the 3 NPL Victoria games. And it will be the Thunder to make a change. It's going to be Ionis Georgopoulos. So Georgopoulos.
And it's Sevdim Ismaili coming on.
So Ismaili started last week. Georgopoulos missed last week. But in the end, he's now managed to get to around the 56-minute mark, 57-minute mark. Now the first Thunder change. What can the Knights do to get back in the game? Here's a chance in the channel. Switkovic goes past the keeper, can't get the finish. In the end, has to play it back. Corey Sewell's got time to clip it to the back post. Franjic trying to keep it alive, and in the end, it took a deflection. In fact, it's gone out for a goal kick, but Switkovic, he just thought he was going to pull the trigger and beat the keeper. Clark went down, slipped. And what an opportunity to get back into the game straight away.
Yeah, well, they're finding themselves 2-0 down to a Dandenong Thunder side who's come here to play. They've come here to win. They've been pretty efficient in their attack, and the Knights will be begging for opportunities like that. But like you said, Chris, as Svitkovic had the ball there, he put it onto his left, and just as you thought he'd pull the trigger, he second-guessed himself and taken another touch, and the opportunity had gone by then. And then the ball came out to Sewell, and maybe he would have preferred Sewell, maybe just even having a shot. I mean, as you see, the deflections can do wonders for you. And I mean, if you do end up hitting the back of the net with a deflection, you won't say no to it. You'll take it. So,
as we just saw too with Carvalho.
Well, that's the thing. I mean, that's what they say. It doesn't matter how they go in, as long as they go in the right goal, of course, for your own team. But Sewell played that ball into the back post, and you see an opportunity like that shows so much promise, goes begging, and you just start to question whether the Knights are going to be able to bring this one back. They're going to have to score quickly if they want to set themselves up for the final half an hour.
Switkovic keeps it alive. In the end, Musgrave just clears it up in the air. Sewell falls for Uzcock. It's behind Jurcic, but he's done well to reel that in. Oh, it's a poor pass from him. It's going to open it up for the Thunder again. Mohamed Fizi will drive it forward. He's got Barnes. He goes himself. And in the end, he's put that on the practice pitch in the background here at Summer Street.
Well, that's been one of the Knights' biggest downfalls tonight. Just the passing in midfield. They've given the ball away in dangerous positions way too many times, and honestly, conceding 2 goals from the amount of mistakes they've actually made, you could say, is a bit of good fortune. The Thunder have had the better opportunities, more opportunities. Maybe they haven't had as much of the ball, but they've been able to press the Knights. As the ball comes through to Albano here from Svitkovic.
Oh, in the end, Madaffri makes a timely interception. Doesn't go out for a corner. It will be a throw. And just letting you guys know too, the Port Melbourne have equalised against Dandenong City. Ball into the box. Franjic, dangerous area. In the end, the white shirts, the Thunder, only half get it clear. Awad can't control it in the end at the edge of the box. And now they've given it away as Jurkovic. Dover looking for Barnes. Can he take it in his stride? He can't, but in the end he finds Feasy. Mohamed Feasy curls it off the crossbar. What an opportunity that was for the youngster.
Well, that's that half a yard you talk about. I mean, he's stepped up against Adam Bryce. Adam Bryce, who's already on a yellow card, not allowed to lunge in and challenge Fazy. And Fazy takes it onto the right foot, grabs half a yard, quarter of a yard, whatever it was, and he takes the shot. And that was so close to just dipping into that top corner. He does hit the crossbar, however, and it is still Knights 0, Thunder 2.
And the Knights looking to play out from the back, they do. And now Joey Franjic. Albano's in the channel. He tries to keep the ball in, but it curls out.
As you mentioned there, Dandenong City playing up against Port Melbourne Sharks. Some massive news from Dandenong City over the last day or so. Bringing back out of retirement, Victory club legend, I would say, ex-captain Adrian Leia. Be very interesting to see how he fits into, the NPL style of play, and in terms of coming out of retirement. He's been in retirement for how many years now? I'm not too sure. A couple of years, I'd imagine.
It's just over a year, because he's finishing up in playing in Korea at Suwon. So he's been training the last month, though. Feasy, in the end, it's cut away, and Chakarin will get there. And it won't be the only signing that they will make. There is a guy that will be playing in the A-League Grand Final, who I believe will be ending up at Dandenong City too. So Brendan Sandelab, who's got close connection with the new Dandy City coach from up in Sydney. Ball crossing into the box. Ante Moric, sorry. And
then we've also got Damir Salchin coming back to Frank Holohan Soccer Complex, their first choice goalkeeper for the last few years.
Well, here's a chance in the box. Clark, in the end, Switkovic, surely it's off the line. Who can get there first? The Thunder get it clear. And how has Marjan Switkovic not got his second goal of the season? The Knights press on, though.
Well, Switkovic snapped at that effort, and I mean, he had...
Dangerous ball, back post. In the end, it's momentarily cleared. Back in. Switkovic! Now he gets his goal. And Marjan Switkovic, who bleeds for this club, and the veteran striker's got 2 goals in 2 games, and he gives the Melbourne Knights just a little foothold back into the game. And Dandenong Thunder, as they've done every game this season, concede.
Well, that's that captain's contribution. I mean, that opportunity just 30 seconds prior that didn't go in, was off the line. Svitkovic had 2 metres either side of the goalkeeper to choose, and he wasn't able to hit it, but it's come back out, and the ball's come into a dangerous area where maybe the Thunder defence was caught sleeping a bit, and Marijan Svitkovic, who is not the tallest person on the pitch, is able to get a leap ahead of the Dandy Thunder defender there and bring one back for the Knights. It is Melbourne Knights 1, Dandenong Thunder 2, and that was an absolutely class effort from Marijan Svitkovic, who wears the armband for the Knights and, as you said, bleeds for this club.
Ball over the top, Albano. Musgrove, he was snapped at his heels and he gets the foul. There's a very vocal Melbourne Croatia fans right in front of us are riding every challenge in this game, as they often do here at Summer Street. And away from home as well. And mingling with a few Danny Thunder fans underneath us as well too, so it was good banter there at half-time.
Well, I mean, this goal from Zvitkovic has just put this game into somewhere where not even we can call it. We've got no idea what's going to happen from here. We could see an absolute belter in the next 20 minutes, where we could see 3-4 goals, or we could see this one right out completed to the end. But the Knights won't want to keep the scoreline like this, but you do feel as the game progresses and as we get closer to the final few minutes, the Knights will have to push more players forward. They do have 1 remaining substitution after making 1 in the first half and 1 early in the second half. But you will fancy their chances. They will be putting numbers forward. They will be looking to at least salvage a point from this match, but you do feel that the Thunder are pretty good on the counter. They have a bit of speed, so this one could really go anywhere.
The ball's over the top. Tadio chasing it down. Mehmedi heads it clear. Dover can't control the bouncing ball. Now Uskok over the top. Can't find a teammate. As you said, this is NPL Victoria. Anything can happen, as we've seen so far this season. Dandenong Thunder.
I mean, it's even the Thunder. You have a look at their only win in Dandenong this season was at their crosstown rivals, Dandenong City, and that was an absolute crazy match. Found themselves 3-0 down to bring it back to 4-3. Just shows you that absolutely anything is possible in this league, and you do not give up on either team that's playing until the referee blows the whistle.
Mohamed Awad. He was pulled back. Jack Morgan gives the foul. No card this time, but another dangerous set piece for the Melbourne Knights as Bryce and Uskok make their way into the box, and Jokovic. So Jokovic with a goal this season, Uskok with 3. As we look for Aidan Bryce to get off the mark maybe this season, but Corey saw with the delivery.
I'll fancy their chances here, the Knights. Saul on the right boot.
Back post. Pierce Clark punches it away. Tadio will get there first. Poor pass from him. Opens it up. Barnes can't find a teammate. Full commitment from Jurcic. And he makes the block. The Knights get it back, but you see what Barnes was doing. First time ball around the corner. They were through there if that block didn't happen.
Yeah, Tadio was caught out there twice. I mean, the first time he lost the ball, thankfully his teammate Luke Jurcic was on the ball and ready to go. Chance-saving tackle, but the Thunder could have been through there and they could have quite easily found themselves with a 2-goal lead again. But so
it is just going around the grounds. Pascoval at half-time have put 4 past the Altona Magic. Dandenong City 1, Port Melbourne 1 in the 40th minute. As we approach the final 23 or so minutes plus stoppage time here at Summer Street. These Dandenong Thunder, as you can see, are leading the Melbourne Knights. Melbourne Knights with Captain Switkovic scored not too long ago. After Brandon Barnes and Christian Cavallo. Now ball over the top. Tadio looking to drive forward. Madafri. Couple of challenges from him and it'll go out for a goal kick.
Yeah, well, Adrian Tadio, I mean, he's made his presence known in terms of the Knights senior setup. Maybe not as much game time as he had hoped this season, but over the last 2 seasons he's been in and out of the senior squad. He's scored a couple goals. He showed his potential, but maybe the lack of game time in senior football this season maybe has hindered his form a little bit. But you'd love to see a youngster like that come up and like AJ Inea did against the Altona Magic, that game we were talking about early in the season. You know, he's come off the bench and he's scored the winner for the Knights in a game that sort of looked like it was going to get away from him so many times. Just showing the heart and spirit of the team and the club and the squad. But all credit to the visitors today, Dandenong Thunder. They've come here to attack. They've come here to score goals and create opportunities, and that's exactly what they've done. But they find themselves in a bit of a interesting situation at this current point where if they concede one more, all of their hard work will be undone. But if they can sneak one more, maybe against the run of play, they'll find themselves in the driver's seat to collect 3 points away from home, 3 points that they maybe didn't expect to collect.
They've made a tactical change too as Dandenong Thunder, where Carpenter's dropped into a back 5. Still got the midfield of Kieran Dover and Sevdan Ismaili. And Feasy and Barnes are basically playing up top. So now here's Dover. Here's through for Barnes. He'll get there, Brandon Barnes. Scoops it over the top. And what a goal that is by Brandon Barnes. And he restores that 2-goal lead to Dandenong Thunder. And what a finish that was, just cool as you like, shovels it over the top. How fitting it is that a shovel goal is scored this weekend as well too. And it's Brandon Barnes who gets the goal. And, well, He's had plenty of chances tonight, but, gee, that was cool, calm and collected.
Well, that's sort of what we were talking about in the first half when Joseph Franjic had literally the same opportunity in the same spot in the same half. And it's just about, when you're going through your rotations, making sure that when it comes to that crunch time, that final ball, that it goes to the right player, the player that actually can pull off something like that. And who other than Brandon Barnes, probably the most prolific player on the pitch here tonight. And absolutely fantastic from the Thunder. They did concede the one. Now they're on the attack here again, as they do have a 2-goal lead.
Barnes looking for the hat-trick. Curls it onto the top of the roof.
And the Knights will be very disappointed with that. Sort of got away from him as Adam Bryce put that challenge in. It's gone through his legs in between the tangled feet, and it's come to Brandon Barnes, who, like you said, cool, calm, sweet. No pressure, nothing. Just chips it nicely, gently over Harry Chakarun, who has conceded 3 today, but he's had a pretty good game, unfortunately for the young goalkeeper. But it sort of seems like it's slipping away from the hosts here tonight.
That's it, Thunder, already 3 wins on the road, as we've said, one of the strongest away records in the league. 10 points out of their 12 have been away from home. Only side yet to record a win at home. But this away form has really been able to keep them out of the relegation spots and sort of stuck between the top 6, or just outside the top 6. So now Dover, Barnes is well offside. Hits him in the back. Even when he's not looking, the ball finds Brandon Barnes.
It was a good touch too. It just dropped.
He just cushioned it off the backside perfectly for his teammate. But unfortunately for the Thunder fans, he's offside over the top. Ball finds its way through. Jean Albano, can he get the touch towards goal? Cuts it back. What a save by Clark. And in the end, the Thunder get it clear. What an opportunity that was by Joey Franjic, who flew across the 6-yard box for the tap-in.
Well, all credit to Pierce Clark. I mean, he's stopped 2 massive opportunities, and had those 2 massive opportunities gone in, you would have seen a 3-3 scoreline.
Set piece, Clark. Oh, he's cautious under this. In the end, on the second effort, had to dunk it over the crossbar. So he's made some excellent saves this season as Clark, and it's been a bit nervy in a few others. He's got another corner to deal with now. Dangerous area. It's headed towards goal off the line as Jurkovic was up for that one. In the end, it stays alive. Up in the air. Albano will fight for it. Awad has done well. Crosses it in. Switkovic will let it go to Sewell. Over the top, here's Uzcock. They jump all over him. In the end, Thunder get it clear. Oh, in the end, the slip there by...
Back to the goalkeeper.
And in the end, Jurkovic gets back in position. No foul given. Here's a chance for the Thunder with numbers forward. Barnes. In the end, Thunder will get it. Finds its way out to Carpenter. Hasn't had many chances to go forward in the second half. Tries to get past Tardio and gets the foul for the Thunder.
Yeah, got enough of a contact there from Adrian Tardio, the youngster. Great work by Blake Carpenter, who has been one of the better players for the Thunder tonight. But, I mean, once again, Pierce Clark in goals. He's had that stopped Marijan Cvitkovic maybe about 15 minutes ago. It was a one-on-one opportunity, and now he's pulled off another save. Fantastic, especially in these key moments. I mean, the Knights have just over 15 minutes remaining to pull 2 back.
Sherry's delivery to the back post. It's still going to be staying alive for the moment. In the end, the Knights get it clear. Can Switkovic bring this under his control? In the end, he does find a teammate. Mohamed Awad's done well. They've got a player out wide, and that's where they fire it to. And here's the youngster Tardio. Trying to chase after it. Kusheri back clears. Sewell can't control it. And in the end, it's a good challenge from him. The Thunder just happy to clear it into the Knights grandstand. Now Bryce. See that they're committing plenty of bodies forward are the Melbourne Knights. And here's the problem if they give it up cheaply. Luckily, the long legs of Uzcock were able to half cut that out. Now here's Barnes. He'll take them all on. trying to find Mohamed Faizi. He wanted the ball played straight to him. He tried to play the through ball.
Yeah, well, Adam Bryce sort of came up to Barnes there and sort of stuck his foot out. Had he caught Barnes there, that would have been absolute trouble for the Knights.
Awad gets onto the left foot. Mohamed Awad puts it in the top corner. The Melbourne Knights do get their second goal. And the end-to-end action here at Summer Street provides another goal. And in his first game, Mohamed Awad, not many players then must have knew he was a left footer, because once he turned inside, he just rifled it into the top corner and game on again.
Well, that's what you want to see from a new player coming in, especially these mid-season signings. That's absolute class from Mohamed Awad. That shot on the left, he had a bit of time and space to take a looked up, saw maybe the goalkeeper not close enough to the post, but, I mean, you can't fault the goalkeeper there. That was pinpoint perfection. Not just the shot, but the play, the delivery, everything was class about that. And, I mean, don't we have a game on our hands in the last 15 minutes here? It is Melbourne Knights 2, Dandenong Thunder 3.
That's it. Midfield's basically been bypassed the last 10 minutes. Now it's out wide. Jocic. Good ball forward. Here's Franjic. Knights, can they get an equaliser here? Clark, what a save that was. What an opportunity for the Melbourne Knights. Looks like young Tardio was the one. In fact, it's Albano. Jean Albano with a solid connection, but Clark just took it out of the night sky. And here's the Thunder on the counter-attack. Brandon Barnes trying to tease Jokovic. In the end, sort of teased himself. Passes it back now. Thunder in the channel. Sewell cuts it out. Jurkovic just gets it clear. Madafri, heavy touch. And in the end, the deflection will go out for a Thunder throw. I'm sure we'll be happy to take their time over this. What a grandstand finish we have here on NPL Victoria action. As the Melbourne Knights have found themselves twice in this game, come from 2 goals down. They haven't been able to equalise, but they've been able to pull that goal back twice. Now Switkovic. Here's Albano. In the end, Thunder get it clear. And Musgrave just gets it out for a throw now. Thrown in quickly. Bryce. Mohamed Awad, who's been electrifying in this game, and gee, didn't that goal light up Summer Street just a few moments before? Now Carvalho. Kusheri couldn't find Ismaili. Ball still alive in the end. Thunder get it clear. Jurkovic. It's just one team really attacking at the moment, Josip.
Yeah, it's been good for the Knights, but this is the issue. I mean, had the referee not sort of blown the whistle there, you would have seen Thunder go up 3 against 3 on the counter. But it feels like that's what the Thunder are going to be playing for as they make a substitution here. It'll be Nicholas Madafri coming off for Aidin Mehmeti, who will be coming on.
So Mehmeti, more of an attacking player. One of a few of the youngsters that broke into the Dandenong Thunder side last year. So it is Madafri.
Well, it's probably just bringing in a bit of youth, bit of pace, you know what I mean? Like, they're going to be sitting back. You're going to see the Knights with most of the ball in the last 10 minutes.
Sewell dangerous. Uzcock with the header. Clark gets down low and makes the save. Another dangerous set piece from the Knights, but Clark, well, he's 3 or 4 headers the Knights have put on target in this game he's made saves from. But in the end, Switkovic was the one guy to beat him from a header, and Mohamed Awad, who rifled it into the top corner, unstoppable shot. Brandon Barnes with 2 goals in this game, and Christian Carvalho. So 5 goals in this one. Still plenty of time for more. Into midfield.
It's been a fantastic introduction for Mohamed Awad in front of the Knights fans here. He's had a fantastic sort of end of the first half when he came on, last 10 or so minutes. But he's been quick. He's been asking for the ball. He hasn't been shy. He's been showing his attacking presence. And my word, what a finish that was. Absolutely gorgeous.
Well, now here's the chance on the Thunder to try to counter. Bryce will just cushion it down for Jurcic. And the fans in front of us here at the Tower urge him to drive it forward. Who can get there? Uskok around the corner. Switkovic couldn't control it and was pushed. Kusheri into the channel. And here's youngster Mehmeti trying to fire it in first time. And it's a poor pass in midfield. Ismaili, the two substitutes trying to get forward, and the Melbourne Knights will make their third substitution with Luke Jurcic off for Duzel.
That's the one. Anthony Giselle coming on. Like you said earlier in the broadcast, he's had a pretty good season this year. One of the standout performers for the Knights this season. And in terms of individually as well, I mean, he wasn't really able to sort of break through anywhere in the last couple of years. But this season has sort of been a standout year for him. And it's just key for him to continue using his body. He's got the height, he's got the knowledge, and he's got the vision. But execution has always been a question mark. This season, more so than not, we've seen good execution, but also in terms of the mental game, conceded a red card, conceded a penalty. So it's still sort of work in progress with Anthony Giselle, but a bright star nonetheless.
It's definitely been a breakout year for him. Ball won't stay in for the Thunder. The Knights will get another chance. We are into these last 10 minutes of this game. Can the Melbourne Knights get level? Can Thunder get another goal clear? Definitely got a feeling there's going to be another one this game. More twists and turns in NPL Victoria. Ball forward. Albano shifts the gears. Can he find a teammate trying to clip it in? Musgrave gets it away. Albano will get another chance. Dangerous area. Thunder get it clear. Mohamed Awad. Can he find range to shoot again? Trying to go across on his left. Trying to play the ball through for Tardio. Thunder get it clear.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from Mohamed Awad. Honestly, this is the first time I'm seeing him play. But not only is he capable from terrorising defences outside the box with that capable left foot, but he sort of does it Messi style, just runs parallel to the box and waits for a defender to sort of commit, and then he just tried to dink that over. Had that gone through and was that Tardio that would have found himself one-on-one, that would have been massive applause for Awad. But fantastic from the new signing, and still got opportunity to become the hero here tonight.
Zulskog with it. And for Tardio, shouts for handball again. And in the end, Musgrave just gets it clear. It's been a strong breeding ground for the Melbourne Knights. Is New Zealand been, especially in the NPL era, we've seen quite a few Kiwis or players playing in the New Zealand League come over and play for the Melbourne Knights. Awad turns away again. In the end, it's going to be Sewell looking for Switkovic over his head. Still alive. Uzkok. And the Thunder get it clear. Now, this is where they can be dangerous. Melbourne Knights playing a very attacking Russian roulette type of game. And now Barnes cuts inside. He can rifle this with his right foot, Brandon Barnes. Decides to go wide. Slow things down.
This is where those two yellow cards to Aidan Bryce and Nikola Jurkovic really could hurt the Knights, because as the Thunder tried to attack, especially using the counter, the centre-back pairing, they're not allowed to commit. They're not allowed to dive into challenges.
Well, here's Carvalho again. Into the box, Dover. And now the shot comes in from range from Carpenter, and the Knights get it clear.
Yeah, it was good work from Corey Sewell there, who is the left back, but he sort of came central there. Maybe that was a bit of a tactical move to keep the non-carded defender in the middle, whether there need to be a challenge or not. But fantastic work there to get the block. And the Knights have dealt with the pressure so far, but it still is Thunder ball.
Ball thrown in. Jurkovic will get there first, and he can use centre-back partner in Bryce. He's been a fixture in the Melbourne Knights defence since coming down from Edgeworth Eagles, the champions of Northern New South Wales at the time. It's Aidan Bryce. Passing to midfield. Duzel and now Tardio. What can the youngster do? And the other youngster, Carpenter, wins that one and just clears it up the pitch. Only really leaving Brandon Barnes up top at the moment.
What do the next 6 minutes have in store for us?
Ball forward. Carvalho keeps it in play. Bryce away. Now Franjic. Huskok wasn't looking where the pass was played, and Musgrave will bring it forward for the Thunder. He's got options in midfield. Dover. Musgrave, the centre-backs, continued his run, and in the end, Sewell comes across and makes the challenge. And Musgrave is out of position, as you can just see there. In the end, Franjic goes back. Through the middle, Switkovic. Oh, Carpenter across. Albano. In the end, lost where the ball was going, and it's cleared again. It's going to fall for Chakarun. Hasn't had much loose since the Knights got that second goal.
Yeah, you're right. I mean, you look at the Thunder, for them it's anywhere goes. Not taking absolutely any chances in defence, in their defensive half.
Over the top. Clark had to go outside his box and sweep a keeper and head the ball away. Albano. Giselle lays it back to him. Trying to go on the outside. It's well read there by Cavallo. Now here's Mohamed Awad. Skips away from a few players. Couldn't find a teammate. Yeah,
Albano's tried to go down that right side on his right foot a couple times. Cavallo's read it. Didn't allow him to go. But Awad, nice little flick over the two defenders there to get into a bit of space. Still Knights ball.
Saul wants Kasheri, made a meal of that one. Still stays alive. Awad! It might have taken a deflection. No, it hasn't. So it's out for a goal kick. And what an opportunity it would have been for the first gamer here at Summer Street to put two past the goalkeeper and draw them level. But on this occasion, he shoots wide.
Well, like you said, Chris, what an opportunity. I mean, he's come onto his favoured left foot, and he maybe could have controlled that one a bit more and just maybe snuck it into the far post. But as the ball broke, came onto his left foot, and I feel like had that one gone on target, Pierce Clark may have been equal to it because it was sort of he had read that the striker was going to go, that Awad was going to go for that left post there. But as he takes the throw in now, the Knights have the better part of maybe 5-6 minutes, depending on how much the assistant referee is going to give. Looks like he might be giving 4. But we will get confirmation of that within the next 2-3 minutes.
Well, the Knights have given it up cheaply. Can the Thunder make the right pass here? It's going to be Carpenter. He's just going to drive it forward. Heavy touch. Jokovic. In the end, they do well to hold on to it. And it's going to be a clear foul there. And the ball's kicked away. Surely a yellow card's going to go to Kieran Dover for that. The ball's been kicked away a few times. It's a clear professional foul, and then he's kicked the ball away. Jack Morgan, very lenient on that occasion.
Well, interestingly, I mean, in the first 35 minutes, we saw...
Oh, here's Awad. Albano cuts inside. Then a heavy touch goes over. Referee points to the spot. Melbourne Knights get a late penalty in this game. There is no arguments from the Dandenong Thunder defence. Hands on hips from the Thunder. And it's going to be an opportunity for the Melbourne Knights late in this game to get an equaliser. And it's going to be Jean Albano, who I believe might step up. You've got Uskok there.
Well, I saw there, I was watching, and Uskok sort of gave the ball to Awad and said, go on, take it. But Awad didn't really want it. And if you're not confident, you don't really want to take him. Albano was confident.
To bring the Melbourne Knights level, he does. Gian Albano continues to score goals, and he gives it to the goalkeeper as well too, does Gian Albano. And the Melbourne Knights fans in front of us go mental because they've equalised. They've pulled themselves back twice from being 2 goals down. And right at the death here, Gian Albano's penalty brings them level. It is 3-3 here As we approach the 90th minute, as you said, we're still going to have another 4 or 5 minutes to play on. Can the Knights get a winner? Or can the Thunder pinch another one? We're still going to have more twists and turns, Josip.
All I know, Chris, is I want to see a winner. I mean, it's been a fantastic showing from both sides. Credit to the man on the ball now, Awad, doing a fantastic job.
Skips past a couple of challenges.
He's loving it out there.
He's the crowd urge him forward into midfield. Duzel, Franjic. You can see what he was trying to do, but didn't direct that towards the youngster Tardio. And now Clark.
Well, I mean, as that goal went in, our tower up here where we're commentating from, I mean, we nearly got dropped. All of the Knights fans underneath us, banging on the frame. Fantastic to see the Knights. Big shout out also to the Hrvatski lovci who are in attendance tonight.
Now Dover looking for Barnes. Jokovic cuts it out. And Thunder have a player down at the moment. Game continues. Tardio. Once again, Carpenter with a great challenge. Look at the pace from Tardio. He's in the box. Goes over. No penalty given. Pierce Clark picks up the ball and throws it out. Another big decision for the referee, Jack Morgan. Mehmeti. Oh, it's going to be anarchy here if the Thunder can get another late winner after the decision not going the Knights' way. But it always looked like Tardio was slipping over as he was moving forward. He's got another chance, does Tardio. Run at the defence. It's here, it's Tardio. And the sliding block sees it out for another corner. And look at all the Melbourne Knights centre-backs jump forward for this one.
This place is going to absolutely erupt if the Knights can steal a winner here.
So it's going to be Sewell across to take the corner. So we see the challenge. He was... Yeah, I don't think there was a huge amount of contact. We've just seen the replay there. Josip thinks it's a push. I think it wasn't enough contact. Sewell, dangerous ball, near post. The header's over the top. And another big opportunity by I think it's Jokovic. They take it quick. I think Barnes, can he control it? Well, it falls into midfield. Who can get there first? In the end, the Knights get it clear. Sewell over the top. Gian Albano. And in the end, he's done well to get the ball. Now him, Mohamed Awad. Oh, he teases defenders again into the box. Good ball. Albano cuts it back. Who is there? Switkovic can't control it. And the Thunder can now clear. And they've got a 2-on-2 that's cut out at the moment. Over the top goes Dover. Barnes, it could have been a handball there, not paid. Sewell gets there first, gets it clear. Mehmeti. The ball is going to trickle out for a throw. And what a big opportunity for the Knights to get a winner.
That was a massive opportunity. I mean, Mohamed Awad, fantastic. Wanted to go on the left, cut back onto the right, gets a nice ball into Albano. Albano, who you sort of thought maybe would have taken that opportunity. It was in front of goals. The angle was open to him. Maybe could have snuck it into the near post, but he's looked to cut it back for Cvitkovic, and Cvitkovic couldn't get a foot onto it. But even just looking back at that penalty shout, I mean, there was a clear hand in the back, but it's just depending on the contact. And the referee had a much better view than any of us here. So you got to back the referee. But this is turning out to be a fantastic finish. I don't want it to end.
Well, there's going to be another late chance here for the Knights. Is it? No foul given. Thunder get it back. And here's Mehmeti. Makes the right pass. They've got 2-on-2 in front of them. Dover plays it out wide. And now the switching ball back to the youngster Mehmeti. Can he go himself? Tries to play the ball through for Barnes, not on the same wavelength. And it's going to go out. And we're pretty much there now. Pretty much at the end of this game. What a flurry of chances we've had late, Josip. And is there still another chance for the Knights? There isn't. And Jack Morgan blows full time in what an entertaining game we've had here at Knights Stadium. Dandenong Thunder twice had a 2-goal lead in this game, but the Melbourne Knights never say die attitude was able to pull them back, and with a late Gian Albano penalty, the spoils are shared here and a point each for both sides.
Yeah, well, look, I mean, you have a look at the way that the game's panned out. The Knights maybe deserved the draw, but the Dandenong Thunder could have put this game to bed very early. They had many, many opportunities. All credit to Harry Chakarun and Pierce Clark between the sticks. They both did concede 3 goals, but they both did execute some game-saving...
it could have ended 7-7 this game.
Yeah, it's full of opportunities, full of chances, and credit to both teams. I mean, Dandenong Thunder, they'll take the point away, but as you said, twice they had a 2-goal lead. So you'd probably go back into the training camp and think, how can we keep the score in our favour if we do get ourselves a 1 or 2 goal lead. But all credit to both teams. They put on a show here tonight. And full time here at Knights Stadium. It is Melbourne Knights 3, Dandenong Thunder 3. Chris, thank you very much for having me.
Thank you, Josip. I hope you've enjoyed NPL action. Obviously, this being the earlier kickoff, we've still got 2 games still currently going. So you can jump on the stream of Pascoe Vale taking on Altona Magic, which is in the 70th minute. Pascoe Vale 5, Altona 2. And Dandenong City and Port Melbourne are still delicately poised at 1-1 in the 51st minute. So still plenty of NPL action on Friday night. Thank you for joining us here on the stream, and thank you, Josip, for your contribution tonight.
Chris, thank you very much for having me, and to everyone who was viewing, have a good night.
Well, enjoy the rest of your night, and thank you and goodbye.